Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston, Chester. Glad to hear on this Tuesday morning. I know a lot of folks on spring break and scattered, but a lot of y'all are watching TV this morning or watching DVR in it or on YouTube, and we're glad to have you. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. Good spring day today, 73 high and 49 low. That's seasonable and very good. Our water temperature, I didn't get it this morning. I will get caught up on it tomorrow. The river readings, again, we're slacking on those. Rivers dropping out in both places. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We're looking at neap tides today, looking on March the 20th. I'm sort of rushing through the traffic because I want to make sure you'll know that today is officially the first day of spring, March the 20th. And March the 20th is always a special day. I just always make sure I want to tell my lovely bride, Miss Gail Chester, how much I love her and appreciate her. And it's always on the first day of spring. It's always, well, I guess love gets in the air in spring, and always everything goes on. So Gail does a whole lot for me and for our family, and there would not be a Panhandle Outdoors. There would not have been a full box if it had not been for Gail by my side helping me night and day getting all this done. So I appreciate you and I love you very much. So now let's move on. We're talking about the marine forecast. Like I said, it'll be northwest at about 10. It still is windy month and a lot of things going on. But the big thing now is spring is here. We talked on the fishing report last Friday, to be patient and all. And I know our patience starts wearing out toward the end of March. Mine does. So hopefully things are going to kick off pretty soon. So let's take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. First thing I want to do, if you remember last Friday on the fishing report, I talked to Sea Quarters Marine, I talked to Captain Kim down there, and some of y'all have been asking about some charters down there to go grouper fishing and snapper fishing if the season works out. So she sent me this link, and here are the charters down at Sea Quarters Marine down there in Carabel. So I'm going to do them one at a time. We've got about 4 here. This is Renegade Charters, and 850, and there's a number 251-0784. Now look at it, offshore, inshore, near shore, okay? 4-day trip, 1,200, a half day, 850, up to 6 people. Folks, that's very inexpensive, okay? I'm telling you, you get 6 people together and divide that up and catch some of those quality grouper, that's awesome. All right, the other one now, here's another one. This is Something Fishy, Captain Tim Edwards. And let's see, where's his number? Something Fishy, oh, here it is right here. 251-9705. Okay, full or half day, offshore, inshore. Bait and tackle all provided. Something Fishy. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Natural World Charters, light tackle specialist. Boy, that's a good looking boat. Captain Chester Reese. And I know a lot of these guys. These are good captains. These guys know what they're doing. Sport fishing. Now this is interesting. Sport fishing and environmental excursions. Down here at the bottom, just ride around sometimes. And his number way down here at the bottom, let's see if I can get it up. I can't blow it up. Okay, let me get back to it. I'll just read it to you, okay? It's 228-9060, Natural World Charters, Captain Chester Reese. And our last one here, Fish and Explore on Florida's Forgotten Coast. And that is Captain Chip Levine, 583-1354. And again, that's look at some of those fish and all. Fish and Explore. That's 4 captains out of Sea Quarters Marina. I can promise you they know what they're doing. And I'm gonna tell you, I say this over and over again, that is a special place. It's the last place in Florida you're gonna get some peace and quiet and not be run over all the time by just so many different people out there. It's really the last real Florida. And I keep preaching that, and one day it too may be gone, but right now it's ideal, I promise you. Okay, real quick, I wrote down snakes. We just jump to the woods now, go from water to woods. I've been in the woods quite a bit this past month. My question is, y'all sent me some pictures of snakes back about 2 or 3 weeks ago when it warmed up, now it got cold. I just flat out, I've been the last 4 or 5 excursions I've had in the woods or up on my property or on abandoned homesteads I go to. which is just snake. These are just snake pits usually. I flat out have not seen a snake. I've kicked around a little bit, tried to get some stirred up. I have snake boots on. I just like to look at them, play with them, take pictures and all. But I don't know if y'all have the same problem. I just flat out haven't seen a snake. I just wondered if y'all have seen some recently. I don't know if what's happened to them. I've gone to the same spots. I know where a big old rattlesnake's been almost every year, and he's just not there this year. So I don't know what happened to him. So I wanted to mention that to you. I also had a question on red snapper. That meeting is coming up this month, or in April really, and they're going to decide where the 12 north of Carabel or northwest of Carabel, 12 days, and 12 south of Carabel. But it looks like you can sort of read between the lines. It looks like they're going to combine the 12 and 12, and everybody get 24 days, which would be good. So better than nothing, and it's better than 12 days too. So that's not official. That's just my conjecture from just talking to different people. All right, let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I got a little saying here. I was by Sowell Tractor the other day, and Robin gave, we were talking about his dad, Bob Sowell, and y'all remember Bob used to come on the show and all, and one of his favorite sayings this time of year, spring is sprung, the grass is riz. Sowell Tractor is where your mower is. So I told Robin I was going to mention that during spring. I may say that again. I sure enjoyed having him on when he was here. Now let's go. I got one quick announcement too. This is fascinating. Let's look at this. This is an announcement right here from the FWC, and they're gathering public input in the future management of Goliath Grouper. It's in-person, online workshops. You can go online and find all that. But now I'm telling y'all, this Goliath Grouper, they're saying there's plenty of them right now. They may have a limited season, and they're going to talk about it at the same meeting. They're going to decide on red snapper, which is April 25th and 26th in Fort Lauderdale. Now I'm going to tell you this: if they make a limited season on Goliath Grouper, Winston Chester is going after them. I'm telling you. I've never caught a Goliath Grouper. We've caught some accident. We've never been able to catch them and keep them. So I will be very excited. I've already talked to some people, and they've got some Goliath Grouper holes, and we'll be out there that first morning. I'm already excited and pumped up about it if they do it. I really am. So anyway, check it out and make plans to go catch a couple of them. I'm sure it'll be a limited, maybe even a week season. I don't know, but that's good stuff right there. Now, let's get set up for our video. This is fascinating, this next video, and when I started doing this show, I told people, and I talked about it with my family. I said, I don't want to try to be one of these glamorous fishing shows you see all over the place and all, and those are fine, and those are good shows and all. I just don't want to, I'm not that kind of person. But I do want to have reality TV in the outdoors, and anything that happens to us in the Florida Panhandle, that it's entertaining and it's informational and it's fun. So with that being said, that's been my philosophy on Panhandle Outdoors from day one. So the other day, recently, I've had this raccoon that's been jumping in my bird feeder at night, and I get along good with animals. Of course, I shoot some of them for food and all, but the rest of them will get along good and all, and I feed the birds. I enjoy watching the birds in the yard and all that kind of stuff. But this raccoon has sort of a couple of them have been sort of climbing up the up to the feeder and getting the bird feed and everything. Poor little birds don't have anything to eat because the raccoon's getting off. Then they're knocking the feeder over, just aggravating. So I wasn't going to shoot them or anything, so I set my trap out to trap them. And folks, I was 1 for 1. I mean, the very first night I set, of course, they come in at night. And raccoons are fascinating animals, very intelligent, and you got to sort of be, they're smart. And they said they're smarter than a fox. Research says that. But anyway, we set it out, and sure enough, that first night we caught a raccoon, and we decided. I told Gail to grab the camera because I got up that morning after the show. I got up that morning before the show. I knew he was in there. I could hear him. So when I got back in from the show, it was of course daylight and all then, and I said, "Honey, grab the camera. We got to film this monster we got here," and because I was going to, I wanted to catch it and release it. So. It was a little more entertaining. I didn't. All this is natural stuff. I got tickled at myself at it. But you'll see what happens here. So Jeff, let's roll this video of this raccoon. All right, this is a different story now on Panhandle Outdoors, but it's a true story. You know how we love true stories with real people. you know, I got bird feeders up, and now we got hummingbird feeders up for the early spring. And this raccoon has been coming in at night and just been devastating, getting all our bird feed and just aggravating us, and even got in the hummingbird feeder. So I decided I had to do something, and I didn't want to kill it, but what I did last night, I got a little trap, a have-a-heart trap, and I set it out last night. And I was 1 for 1. I got up this morning before the show during the dark, and I walked out here, and he was in his pen. Here he is right here. He ain't real happy now, because what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna haul him off. And he'll growl. Man, this morning he was really mad at me. Look at him. Yeah. He's a grown raccoon, and I guess he thinks I'm talking about him now, which I am. But now I want to show you what. First of all, before I didn't have time to fool with him before the show, so I just got back in, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put on two pair of gloves. I've got my snake bite proof boots on, because we got to get them out of here, and they can reach way out of the cage. So, but the one fascinating thing to me this morning, I want you to walk over here, because I had it over here in the grass. Now that cage was sitting here on the ground last night. You see the grass all around here, how healthy it is. What that raccoon did last night, in a couple of hours now, look, he pulled up all the grass here, and you can see the perimeter where he reached out and tried to dig out all the way around there. He tried to dig out. And I wanted to redo my yard, but it's just amazing how, you know, their will for survival. If I could told them I wasn't going to hurt them, I was just going to take them to another place. So anyway, the most fascinating thing to me though, Gail was afraid he was going to get hot. So what she did, and I said, honey, it's an animal. But I got back in this morning after the show, and she put up, look at this. She put up an umbrella for a shade so the raccoon won't get hot. In addition, she put this here. She don't want to show this. She put this here as a shade for him. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to load him in my truck. This might be entertaining. This is unrehearsed. And you see all the grass? That grass came from the yard. I didn't put that grass in there. All right, I got one pair of gloves. I'm going to try to put. Okay, I'm gonna put another glove over this one. I got one pair right here. I'm gonna try to, just in case he scratches. You know, they're bad about rabies. And I don't know if you know or not, rabies, if you get rabies, they tell me it's about 100% fatal. So I don't want to do that. It's 100% fatal if you don't get treatment, okay? So here we go. We're gonna try this. All right, buddy. Y'all hear that? Look at him. I'm scared. He's in a cage. Look at him. All right. I'm gonna have to do something else. I just don't want to get that close to him. I know he's in a cage, but he just sounds bad. I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. All right, be quiet. I gotta turn it the other way. All right. I'm gonna take you to another place. I ain't gonna hurt you. This ain't real exciting to me. All right, I'm gonna let you have my grass and everything. All right, let's go for a ride. They're out here in the woods. We're gonna let them go out here. We got water over here, big trees. He's gonna be out there. He's gonna be happy here to eat my bird feed. Okay? I don't know if he understands that. So here goes. Now they're wild animals. He's gonna scare me. All right. They sound like a, all right. You hear him? All right. I know he's gonna bark. He still scared me. He's trying to bite me. I'm gonna let him go. Ow! I'm gonna let him go right here if I. All right, now. There's a trick to this cage. There's a trick to this cage. I hope he understands. Have some patience with me. But I'm gonna get. All right. Now, gotta let this go here. Let's see. All right, hush. All right, stand back. Oh man, you gotta go out now. Well, I'm trying to run and let go. Okay. All right, we're gonna try for the third time. All right, here we go. I know he ain't gonna. Hush, hush. I know what to do. Let me get my other glove on. Hold on, I got another glove somewhere. All right, let's try it again. It's third try. Third time be the charm. Okay, I know what to do. He's coming for me. We gotta get a stick. Let me straddle. Ah! I know what to do. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. I would say I enjoyed it to a limited amount of time, but let's look at Fishing Game Time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at 3:06 a.m. to 5:06. We just passed that this afternoon, 3:31 to 5:31. And I was going to tell you, raccoons are fascinating. I looked up some research on them last night just to share with you. We think we know a lot about them, and we do, but they're very intelligent. Their average lifespan is in the wild. They only live 2 to 3 years for at the max, and the average is 2 to 3 years. And also, but in captive, they've had them captive up to, they can live 20 years, you know, with feeding them, taking care of them. All kind of tests have been run on them, and it's really fascinating. I looked up some stuff. Their biggest predator is a bear and the cougar, and the different subspecies of raccoons, but it's fascinating keeping up with them. And a lot of research I looked up, they were talked about the memory of the raccoon. They've had memory where they can put up about 10 boxes and put a grape in one box, and they'll figure out which box it is and go back the next day and pick up same color box and all that. I mean, same wherever it is. And their memory, they've got them up with 2 years later. They can go to the same spot where they got food before. So they're very smart, intelligent animals. And remember now, when you release them, you've got to either release them on your land, which got to be a minimum 40 acres, or get written permission from people to release them. Don't go release them in the middle of town. Don't go to Lynn Haven or whatever and release them there. And I'm talking about towns and all. You know, I live in Southport, and I came by the other day, and I was distracted driving. It just drives me nuts how people don't pay attention to driving. I see a lot of it on the interstates and all, but I was coming through Southport, and right before I got to the bridge the other morning, I saw a guy pull out in front of me, but you know I had room, but I went around him. It was fine, and we sort of going the same speed. He was increasing speed, and I looked at him. I always look at who I'm driving next to. A lot of times I recognize people, but he had a bowl. I'm gonna pretend this bowl, folks. He had a bowl like this. He had both hands on the bowl, and he had a spoon in it, and he picked up. I just had to take a double take, and he had a spoon and reached down and he was eating. And I guess his legs down here was holding the steering wheel because we were on 77. We're going about 45 to 50 miles an hour, and he's eating. And I could see what he's eating right next to me. It was a bowl of scrambled eggs, and I said, Lord help us. We were getting closer to Lynn Haven Bridge, so I got on ahead of him because I didn't know if he was going to run the bridge. But he was just eating a bowl with two hands, holding a bowl and eating scrambled eggs. So, my point is, please pay attention to driving. You know, we talk a lot about people using cell phone and texting and driving, which is a big problem and all. But just the whole umbrella of distracted driving is very serious. I know we joke about it, but folks, I want to just encourage you to tell your family and friends that driving is a full-time job. My dad told me that very many years ago. I taught driver's ed for a period of time, and so I've seen all kind of destruction and loss. I lost my brother to a drunk driver, and driving is something really serious. And take it, you know, eat your scrambled eggs at home before you get on the road. It's more important that you do that. But it's just amazing what you see on the highway. We've been traveling a lot the last couple of years with Wendy living in Tennessee, and my granddaughter playing travel volleyball, and I just see a lot of things. I just really drive defensively. I'm like a radar. I know this don't have anything to do with outdoors, but it has to do something with, especially if you put on the boat, it has something to do with outdoors and all, and be careful anyway, all the way around. Tomorrow, we'll have the Bill and Bill show. They're going to come on tomorrow. They're going to talk about the catfishing trip they had recently over on the Big River. They had a good trip, and you know, people enjoy having them on. So tomorrow will be the Bill and Bill show. So stay tuned and enjoy that, and try to pick out the truth from what the little stretching fish stories. All right, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. Have a great day today. Do something good for your fellow man. Enjoy the great outdoors. Take care of the great outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.